Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99 back on the fight front once again, man. I've been out of it for a while, on vacation the previous week. Got a little bit sick that week and last week, so I've just been kind of recovering from it. But, I've been watching the boxing and all the MMA fights that's been going down over the past 2 weeks. It's been a lot of stuff going down that I might go back and talk about, just some points that I want to, kind of go over, But today I just want to go back over some women's fights on the UFC 241 card from last night. Sabina Mazo versus Shana Dobson, man. Sabina Mazo, she picked up a dominant UD over Shana Dobson. I was leaning towards Mazo anyway because I just felt like she was the more fresher fighter. She lost her UFC debut, but I feel like she was the more fresher fighter that was still getting a chance to kind of, put together some things and, still train. Shana Dobson, this was like her first fight in a while where she actually got a full training camp because, she's been inactive for over a year. And, she's been inactive because of injuries, so she hasn't really had a chance to really, stay fresh and stay polished. And before that, she had a loss to Lauren Murphy. So I was just kind of looking at Sabina Mazo as the more fresher fighter in this, and I did pick her to win just by a little bit because Shana Dobson, she's still a dangerous fighter. She's a dangerous growing fighter. She has power in her hand, both hands. And I think her hand game is pretty decent. It's not really the best, even her ground game's not that good, and her defense is still growing. And the biggest factor in this was the rust. I feel like she was gonna have a lot of rust in this fight, and it kind of showed. I think it showed. Add that together plus the fact that Sabina Mazo, she's just a good stand-up, striker. Going back, man, let's just look at the fight, man. First round, Sabina Mazo, she started off with a good steady stream of left kicks right in the opening round, right in the opening 10-20 seconds, she threw like a good string of 4 like kicks to the body. She was going back up top with the right kicks to the head. She was kind of mixing it up, which was nice. And then all of a sudden, like 30 seconds in, she blasted a big left body kick to Dobson's liver. And Dobson, she was just about to double over. I almost thought the fight was over, but she just like kind of keeled over, then went into the fence to survive. And Mazo, she just went in with the elbows and got the takedown. And this was probably kind of benefiting Dobson a little bit, that she did get taken down and she didn't stay standing, because when she was down, she had more time to recover. But Mazo was still throwing some little body shots to that liver, but they weren't full-on hard body shots. Like if she was standing, I think she would have got finished. But when she got taken down and she was on her back, that kind of took some of the leverage and some of the pressure off the shots that Mazo was hitting her with. But Dobson, I'd say that, she didn't really have a moment in this round. She didn't really have a moment to show anything because of that body shot. She did almost get a moment with her right whenever she was down on her back. She was about to she got her right leg to kind of get the push and kind of push Mazo off of her. And she almost looked like she was going to get on Mazo's back, but Mazo was like real quick. Mazo got right back on top of Dobson and just kind of kept that top position, just throwing those hard hooks to the body. Like she was really trying to get that body shot finish. And Dobson, she was trying to get some up kicks, but a lot of that work really wasn't doing much because there was just too much pressure from Mazo on top, just working that midsection. And I think the midsection was really still hurting, and Dobson was really kind of mostly looking to recover this round. I don't blame her. I wasn't mad at her. There wasn't much she could do because that's all she could do. A liver shot is worse than a chin shot most of the time. If you've seen some fighters, how they react to a chin shot, they can hold, they can kind of dance away because they're still like focused, but there's stars in their eyes, but they can still kind of focus. But when that liver gets hit, that liver is telling everything to just like, pipe down. It's telling everything to just like, hey, we got to shut everything down. Nothing's going to work. Your legs, your arms, nothing's going to work. You got to sit down, But I think that Dobson, she held on pretty good, and she was able to recover from that shot well. But overall, that was just a dominant round for Sabina Mazo. Second round, Mazo, she went right back to putting that pressure on Dobson, landing those good left kicks again. She was just landing like a good steady jab. She knew how to time it and land those shots. Dobson, she was trying to time the kicks and land her own right hand, but Mazo, she was good at keeping the range, and that's the thing. She was an inch taller, so she was able to kind of time Dobson. She would come in and just kind of fire off those left kicks to the body. And one thing, Dobson, she wasn't really making that adjustment to try to block those kicks, and that's where Mazo was getting a little bit more comfortable. She would like land high kicks to the head. She would go back down, low kicks to the body. And in the clinch, she was controlling Dobson with just some good knees to the body. And hit Dobson with another good left knee to the liver that I almost thought Dobson she kind of grabbed that spot. I almost thought the fight would have been over there, but she held on again. And the thing was, she was in the survival mode. She just really couldn't make any adjustments to change Mazo's rhythm or get her respect. You know, Mazo just kept unleashing knees in the clinch and just working comfortably, man. And even on the ground, again, in the top position, Mazo was just getting Dobson in place, wearing Dobson down, just kind of pressing on her, just pressing on her down, landing those little strikes. And Dobson just really couldn't get much work done. You know, even right back to the stand-up. Sabina Mazo let her up. It went right back to the stamp. She was tearing that body up again to finish the round up, man. And all around, it was just another dominant round for Sabina Mazo. Last round, I didn't really, you know, even let's say between the round, I didn't really hear like Dobson's corner telling her to, you know, protect that right side from those left kicks, you know, or try to, you know, time the kicks, try to get on the inside of the kicks so she could get off some of her hard right hands or some of her jabs. You know, they weren't really telling her much of this because she just kept eating those shots, you know. And also, like I said, she was just kind of falling short with the right hand. You know, she was trying to throw that air jab out and the right hand was missing, you know, by a few times it missed by a mile. Then there were some times where she would just kind of really miss, you know, just off the mark of Sabina Mazo's chin. And, you know, those could have been some dangerous shots where she probably could have knocked Mazo out, but Mazo just kept that good distance. There was a moment or two in like that in the middle of the round where Dobson looked like she was starting to kind of try to close that distance a little bit to get her right hand off. And she did have one or two moments in there where she did walk Mazo down and she got in a big right hand. But Mazo just like, she recovered. She didn't really get rocked from the right hand. You know, she took the right hand well, and then she just went right back into what she was doing. And she got back into the clinch with Dobson. And when she got into the clinch on the fence with Dobson again, she just let off a big onslaught of knees to the body and knees to the head. And the referee, he was watching kind of close here because Dobson, she was taking some big shots and she really wasn't answering back. But I guess he could tell, like, if you looked at Dobson's her reaction, she wasn't really like rocked or fully hurt from these shots. She took some hard shots, but she was still in there. So I could see why he gave her the chance and then try to stop the fight, because it was the last round anyway. He was trying to let her finish, but I still think that Mazo just had her outgunned and outpointed and outground gamed in every single way, man. But like I said, these were some big knees that Dobson was taking in her body, man. And I wouldn't be surprised, like, you know, if she might be pissing blood from this, you know, because she was taking some hard body shots, you know. Or, you know, I don't know if a rib could be, you know, fractured or what. Or maybe it could have just been a liver shot, you know, those liver shots. So maybe her ribs might be all right, man. But she was taking some big shots, man. And finishing the round off back on the ground, Mazo was just having her way with it, you know, just controlling every moment, you know, getting in all kinds of just like shots on her and just offense. You know, she was just like dropping bombs, you know, like bolo shots on Dobson by the end of the round, man. But yeah, overall it was just a dominant performance. All three rounds went to Sabina Mazo. I think she put on a very, very good technical performance and just capitalized on that one body shot, man, that started it all. Because Shana Dobson, she never recovered from it. But I got to give her credit because, you know, sometimes even in boxing, there's some guys who take body shots like that. But, you know, that's usually it. You know, it's usually a body shot knockout and that's it. But I think she, you know, stayed in the fight well. But if she's going to do that, she really needed to find that other gear where she needed to make adjustments to block that shot and, you know, take away Sabina Mazo's kick. So that's something that Shana Dobson's gonna have to go back and, you know, kind of work on, you know, making, you know, switching to that other gear where we still have to try to find a way to win even when you hurt, you know. Like there's guys who get cut in the game, you know, they have to fight through the blood, you know, fight through a broken jaw, fight when you break your left hand, you still have to keep fighting through the fight. You know, you still have to keep fighting through the pain, you know. So overall, it was a good fight. You know, definitely shout out to both fighters. And they put on a good performance. Sabina Mazo from here, you know, it's her first win in the UFC. I'm not sure who I want to see her fight from here. Let me know in the comment section you guys want to see her fight. But I'll be back with my next video on Hannah Cyphers versus Jody Escobar. Just make sure y'all subscribe. But I'll be back with more videos now that I'm been recovering. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.